I gotta actually pull up the thing.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. All right.
Not funny, I guess.
Welcome to Cleveland, America. That is all. Enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Cleveland, America.
It's not a serious place.
It's not a serious place.
Morning.
It's morning time. We have a guest.
We do.
We have a guest, our second guest ever.
Shit. What's up, dude?
What's up? How's it going? I'm
going?
the second guest ever.
Yeah. Look at that. You got some crusties there. Oh, that's probably from last night.
Here, come on. Am I fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Were you doing coke at home?
No.
The saddest way you can do coke.
What if?
You know, Saturday night. Yeah, I was out with the boys.
You can't enjoy yourself by yourself, then who can you enjoy it with?
Right. So Jimmy Killius, a local comedian, a very funny boy, a very sweet boy, and he's also going to be helping out with the podcast behind the scenes.
Ooh.
We got some new cameras. They were supposed to be delivered yesterday, but there was a shipping problem, so I don't know when they're going to get here because they've not updated me. But I'm very mad about it because they're expensive cameras. But they'll be here eventually, and I'm excited to have Jimmy on. He also helps me out with my Wednesday show at East End, Stand and Deliver, and we have a little update on that.
Oh,
so if you'll see now. So before there was no prize. You do Stand and Deliver. What Stand and Deliver is, it's a comedy contest of sorts where it's like a joke writing contest. The audience gives 5 topics to 2 comedians, and then they spend about an hour writing jokes about those topics. And at the end of the show, they take turns telling those jokes, and whoever gets the best reaction wins. And before it was just kind of like a fun thing, and we wouldn't really do a prize. But now we got a prize. They get a trophy that's made of real plastic that they get to keep.
Real
24 karat plastic?
24 karat plastic. And Jimmy, you want to read that? What it says on it?
Stand and Deliver champion, big winner. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And that's what they all say, because you can't. I thought I was going to be able to make 50 different custom trophies.
No.
Because I ordered 50 at once. So I got a big fucking box. So why did you do that?
I thought it was gonna be like they have to bring that back.
No,
every week.
No, you get if you win, you get to keep this.
Yeah.
So you can like build up a collection of them if you are the comedian that wins. And we're gonna start live streaming that too once I get those fucking cameras. I'm so mad.
Live
Amazon. Yeah, we're live streaming
That's exciting.
Jeff Bezos, why do you hate our fucking
You
podcast?
hate it, Jeff Bezos.
I don't make fun of you like I make fun of Elon Musk. Help us out.
All right.
Don't
So
make fun of the Secretary of State.
whatever.
My bad. My bad.
What Jimmy, do you want to start things off with a game, or do you want to
Play a game.
do like kind of get to know you? Okay, game.
Let's do a game.
It's how all my dates start. Do you want to play a game or do you want to get
All right.
to know you?
So we're gonna take turns. You guys each get to guess, but I give you one word, and then you have to guess a movie. And there's 10 words total. So I wish I had a trophy for this, but you know what? Here's what we'll do. Whoever wins this gets the initial trophy.
Okay.
Even though
I'm not ready for these kind of stakes this early in the morning.
Yeah. All
So
right.
wait. So
I'm gonna say a word,
and we're just gonna have to try
To guess
to
a
name
movie.
that movie.
you have to name the
And we
movie.
have 10 chances, basically.
Yeah.
So we know the first word, then
Yeah.
we'll say a second
Is it
one.
just
if we
anyone
don't
we can?
get it.
Any of us can blurt it
No,
out?
no. We're gonna start. We'll start with our guest,
Okay.
Jimmy Killius,
All right.
and then we'll go Tommy, and then we'll go Pants.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
We rehearsed.
Actually, let's go. Tommy third. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, women last.
Name that movie in 10 words. The first word, Jews.
Schindler's List.
Wrong.
Jew?
I don't know.
One down.
All right. Word 2, slaves.
Is it my turn?
No, it's Pants.
Kansas.
Fuck. Wait. Okay.
I told you.
You should know this.
Oh, I thought you meant like we see how many. Okay.
Aren't you Jewish? You got this.
Don't you have slaves?
Don't quote me on that.
You guys were slaves.
This is the Jews. So Jews and slaves.
Uh-huh.
Did you not know that the Jews were slaves?
Hold on a second.
I never shut up about it. It was so long ago.
Inglorious bastards.
Wrong. Third is C.
Like the letter or the water?
Like the water.
Passion of the Christ?
No. All right.
Guess that.
4, God.
Fuck, I know it. It was that Emma, whatever Hermione's name was, or I'm gonna go Prince of Egypt.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any of those movies, but hell yeah.
The animated one.
No, I don't. Only one I had to see. was
Emma
Catcher in the
Roberts.
Rye
I was saying she had some biblical, like some. She was in the Ten Commandments remake.
Oh, I didn't even know they did
Or
it.
not Emma Roberts. Who's Hermione?
I think that's it.
No, it's
Emma-
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Get it
Oh.
together, guys.
Or the Ben-Hur remake.
You can't show that
This
anymore.
this whole thing was
Emma.
No, great court.
Oh.
this whole thing was rigged
JK.
against me because Bill knows if it's he could just pick a movie outside of the Marvel universe and I'm toast. And Jimmy won't shut the fuck up reminiscing about slavery all the time.
I got it.
Everything's tilted in Jimmy's favor.
One thing I love to talk about.
It's just such a like innocent like children's movie, but the fact that like the two biggest parts of it are Jewish slaves, like you can't
I'm
tell
not even
that
trying to be-
without that.
I guess it's
When he said slaves, I was like, it has to be it. What other movie is there?
Either.
What's that?
I'm not even. This is on me. This is not on you. I don't think I've ever even heard of that movie.
Prince of Egypt. It was like a '90s movie.
Yeah.
It was like a '90s animated movie.
Yeah, I should know.
It came out, I was like a kid.
Yeah, Val Kilmer, I think, was the voice of
Well, this is in the
God.
90s. I was like 27 at the
Yeah.
time. So.
Is he not the voice of God in real life?
Not anymore. You seen Val Kilmer lately? Not doing great.
Yeah.
Not doing great. Kind of a bummer.
Well, Jimmy, congrats. You were
Jimmy, good job, bud. I'm proud of you. You got that pretty fast.
You did.
4.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, one of them, dude. It's fire, dude.
It's a good movie.
It's real. It's like one of those like '90s like kids animated movies.
Fuck
Like
are
it's
we
like
doing?
real dark.
Yeah. Well,
Like
that's the thing too, that it is pretty dark, and like, I mean, it's a dark story overall.
and they don't skimp on the details.
No.
Like, dude, like the Angel of Death or whatever kills all those little kids. And
Okay,
stuff,
now watch
but
it.
Yeah, we should
Now
watch
I'm bored.
this.
You guys don't know the story?
No.
It's more of an Easter movie than
Yeah,
Christmas
it's more
movie.
Easter than that's right.
Well, I guess
So
technically Passover.
Yeah.
I don't feel as bad as the cinephile next to me. that does
Easter
that.
if you're saved.
But-
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not either, though. I don't know.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
not. All right. So line by line, we're gonna tell the story of Prince of Egypt. I'll start. A lady puts her baby son, in a basket and sends it down the river.
Okay.
And then I want to say it's the Pharaoh's daughter finds it or something.
Yeah. I think
Somebody
so.
or his wife. Somebody. I think it's
Okay.
his daughter.
Yeah. Pharaoh's daughter finds it. It's my turn. Raises this Jewish slave baby as a Pharaoh's son, or like grandson, or whatever.
Like royal
blood, and that's Moses.
I feel like I know this.
So this is
story.
like the
Is this a
Bible.
Bible story?
But-
Yeah,
it's a
Oh.
pretty common story.
Oh, okay.
You guys, yeah, that's
Pretty
the-
popular book. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the Bible
Yeah.
Heard of it? Never.
or
read it.
Torah? If you're
Yeah, so then he grows up, becomes.
I had to read that.
Then he gets like. They find out that he's Jewish, and they kick him out of there, and he becomes a prophet of God, and leads the Jews out of Egypt. They get lost for a while. 10 Commandments, all that stuff.
Emma
But they-
Watson wasn't it?
No, that was the Ten Commandments. That shitty
Oh,
Ten
oh,
Commandments
never mind.
remake.
But that's
Okay.
10 Commandments is the same story.
Yeah, I think the Ten Commandments is after. They're like when they're wandering.
Well, that's like, but like when they tell the
Yeah.
story, it's part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
They
On a
just-
religious
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, we're on a religious podcast now. Jimmy
Rebranding.
and I believe in
I
God.
don't
believe
know
in God, I'm
anything.
Because-
Guys, we gotta believe in God now. It's the new
Yeah,
America.
God.
Mhm.
America's back, and God's
And God-
up. So if you don't want to get black
God we trust
Yeah.
is back on the money.
We're putting the things that matter first again in America.
Yeah, we
Like God,
God, prayer in schools, no more
Prayer.
math.
no more of the none
Not
of
that
the
science
gays,
bullshit.
Math and science is for
The
gays and Asians.
Dinosaurs aren't real.
none of the. You're not gonna be changing my son into a daughter in fourth period anymore. Just
Cut out
ask
with
for
period
faith.
sex changes.
Yeah, that is.
Nice try, libtards.
Jimmy, when did you start doing stand-up comedy?
Dude, I was just thinking about this. It's gonna be 6 years in January,
Hell yeah.
I think. I don't. All right. Do you remember like the exact like day and month?
No, I don't know I know the month when I started.
I
but
thought I
don't know the
knew.
days.
I thought I knew the month, and then because I started with like
There weren't calendars back then.
Yeah.
Like, and like that, like now people can like. No, when I started 20 years ago, like it was like calendar, but it was like I didn't have like I
you were like a planner.
There was no social media. There's no way to go back and be like, I remember today, like and like share like
did it pop up on your Facebook?
Yeah,
life really did not begin.
He has to find his old MySpace clip.
Dude, that's even that was 3 years after I started. Like, I
Life really
remember
didn't begin until not 2009.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like when I started, it was like I went to an open mic in Medina at the movie theater that we go to like as kids. It closed as a movie theater, and a friend of mine's dad actually bought it and turned it into a concert and like performance venue, and it's actually awesome.
Wait, what's it called?
It was called The Rose at the time.
I think when I done the show up.
No,
Maybe
it got torn down. It got torn down a long time ago. It got torn down and it is gone. But it was cool, and I did a set. They had like every other Thursday. They do an open mic every week, but it was like 1 week it'd be improv open mic, and the next week it'd be stand up. So I went for the stand up open mic, and was like the first one up, and told. Here's one of the jokes I told. My dad is a bricklayer, and our house is made of brick, and he doesn't like video games because video games taught me that there's money in bricks.
I get it.
Yeah.
Clever.
Did it get laps?
Mario.
Did it get laps?
There was like 8 people, so kind of like it wasn't really like a big strong audience. I remember there was one lady that was like laughing too hard at everything. I had also like something I did in my younger days too is like whenever I went through something like a little bit like traumatic, I would always shave my head because I just needed like it was like my version of cutting.
Dying hair, yeah.
So like I had just shaved my head like all the way down, and my closing joke was then this is how long it was. There's still SeaWorld. I go and you know I'm a chubby very white dude, and I'm just like, hey, if you guys want to see me this weekend, I'll be performing at SeaWorld. I'm gonna be one of the seals.
Do we have a whale when we have the SeaWorld?
We did at once. Yeah.
I've never been to the SeaWorld.
He had a name.
Yeah.
Shamu.
Shamu?
Yes.
We had a
I think
Shamu?
Shamu was a girl.
I think
Was there multiple Shamus?
Yes.
There's a Shamu and Mamu. Or
Shamu was a they them.
Yeah.
So this big corporation had like 120 like endangered whales that they just locked in
the little
captivity.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
It is very sad.
I hate it.
So where was the first place you went up?
Lakewood Village Tavern.
LVT.
I feel like an idiot because I always say January of 2019 is when I started, but I was talking,
Mine was May of 2004.
Yeah, I was talking with comics who started like around the same time, and I was like, I thought I started within like a couple of weeks of you, and they were like, no, I didn't start till like July, I didn't start till March, and I was like, I have no idea. I always say January because it was like a New Year's like resolution of mine.
Yeah.
To try it because I tried stand up once when I was like 19 at a mic that still runs the Eurogyro mic in Kent.
Oh yeah.
And I bombed and I was like, oh, this is horrible. I'm not funny. Why would anybody do this? And then it always like ate at me. And then like 2019.
I'm there. There's a chance that I was there that night that you tried it. Because I would go to that mic a while ago.
Yeah. I remember
19. How old were you?
I was
You're 19. What year was that?
That was 2012.
2012. There is an outside chance.
Anthony Sabat was running, and I remember meeting him.
Memory lane.
Yeah, so I would say January because it was a New Year's resolution.
Did you go to Kent?
Yeah, for a little bit.
For a little bit. You didn't graduate?
I did not graduate.
Ever? From college?
No.
No.
Dropped out twice.
How do you do that?
I was like, it was 2019. I was like, you know what? I want to go back to school for film. I was like editing. So I took like a class in high school, and I was always like filming stuff and editing. And so I was working.
You're gonna be filming this now?
Yeah, I was working. I was working full time. I was taking like 1 or 2 classes, and then I started stand up. And I was like,
was it always your dream to be the podcast producer that didn't get paid any money?
Get paid an experience.
Yeah,
that's what's wrong.
What's more valuable than that?
People don't
just
understand
experience, exposure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exposure.
Hans loves working for exposure.
Love those two E words.
Yeah.
And I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus more on stand-up than school.
Yeah.
Stand-up's a way better career option than getting a degree.
So how long have you been full-time doing stand-up?
None.
Oh, okay.
None.
Let's ask that. What a dick.
And I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this the rest of my life, and it's a lot harder than it seems.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It is.
Like when people are like, "Oh, you know, like they try and shit on my career," and I'm like, "Dude, my career is incredible. Like you have no idea how fucking hard it is."
Yeah.
My career is incredible.
You're one of 4 people in Ohio making a living actually off comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known, like when you when you started stand up, did you have to be like a jack of all these trades? Like, did you have to know, like, now you have to have like a podcast?
No, dude, when I started stand up, like if you told people that you did stand up or like tried to sell merch or like tried to like everybody was, it was a way more like punk rock cool for school shit. Like when people started posting on,
when people were artists
on MySpace, the backlash from comics are like, MySpace, I ain't getting on MySpace.
Were you Dane Cook?
Well, and then they saw Dane Cook selling out arenas, and they're like, all right, this MySpace thing might be something. And so yeah, there was a very like different mindset of comics, because it was be great and then those things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't about like getting in front of people. It was almost like you didn't want people to know who you were until you couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Like, because they want, like,
you wanted to earn it so organically.
Yes, exactly.
I get that.
And that was like the mindset of comedians that I would listen to talk. Like when I first started, I listened to a lot of Opie and Anthony. So he'd have Opie and Anthony would have Jim Norton on, and Patrice and Colin Quinn and all those like tough crowd comics on, all the like seller comics of that day. And it was a very like, the idea was like, be incredible, be original, and be like, that was all it was. Like, be funny, but you have to do, like, you can't be a hack. And like Patrice would die right now just seeing like how popular hacky stand-up is. He'd be like, he would
all crowd work.
Well, no, he was fine with crowd work, but the originality with it, like if you've ever seen Patrice do crowd work, he's not like, oh, that's a dumb job. He's like, he would say things like, he would ask people, I don't know, he'd be more provocative with it. And
he's done entire sets where he started and he just was destroying people in the crowd.
Yeah, like
and
it was like roasting, but funny, like, and it, like, crowd work was not something that he was against. He was against mediocrity.
Yeah. Then we're not going to go through
like my ass
play-by-play.
He actually would love your ass.
Yeah, he like Patrice. I remember I have a recording, and he doesn't say hi, doesn't introduce himself. He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "We're out today." You can tell, and it's audio, so you can tell he's talking to the guy. He goes, "Oh, bitch, huh?" And then she just goes, "How old is she?" And then everyone kind of groaned. He goes, "I'm sorry, you're looking a little seasoned, ma'am." And it was like,
and he was just fearless, and
he was so good, and it never came off like bullying because he just was so.
Because he was also very charismatic with it, and again, it's just so funny, and it was so shocking at that time too to have somebody go up there and do what he was doing. So yeah, like it was fine to be a crowd work comic. I mean, that's what half of the seller comics were, is crowd work, because the Cellar's got a reputation of being this like prestigious club, but it's actually kind of a tough room because it's a lot of people going to see comedy because they want to see Chris Rock or Jerry Seinfeld or Dave Chappelle drop in, and when you aren't those people, they're kind of sitting there with their arms crossed, just like, what else you got? And so and that's been kind of the thing for a long time with the Cellar. So comics like Patrice and Jim Norton would go up there, and they would Dave Attell, they would do really edgy, smart comedy, and there's nights where it would crush there, and there's nights where it would bomb there, but like it was about almost more how the comics reacted to it in that room than the audience, because there was a lot of self-policing to make sure that somebody wasn't doing hacky shit. Because if they were, they get called out hard.
That's what a scene should be.
We should bring in
Iron sharpens iron.
fucking
Dude, I'm just happy if somebody gets laughs.
Yeah.
There's
On like a
people are just not paying
Tuesday.
attention and stuff.
There's definitely a honeymoon that ends where you're the thrill of getting up there and feeling comfortable up there, and you get laughs, and then I would say like I was probably 8 months in consistently doing it, and I was like, then you actually start tinkering with your stuff and you start working on it, and you're like, oh, this is the stupidest, most brutal hobby I could ever imagine trying to have, where it's like you almost take a step back, sort of
hobby. Cool.
Like,
cool thing to call my career.
I'm talking about.
You keep just inceptioning him into getting over this hobby.
Yeah, the little hobby.
Sorry,
I'm
Bill's
gonna come back
career.
here.
No, I was like, yeah, I'm talking about the 15th dream in my life that I'm now chasing at the tender young age of 45. But yeah, it's and then when you get down to it, like it's like how many 5 minutes have you done for 13 people or less, and it's like, you maybe get laughs, but you're like, it's
Yeah, dude, it's not glamorous.
No,
Glamorous.
I didn't, nor did I ever think it was. It's just I gravitate towards the most creative pursuits that will never net me any money. So
I could never.
now with that
I don't know
attitude,
how. I don't know how.
well,
One day you should.
Hell no.
we got to get Tommy up one day for like 2 minutes.
Before we get
Hell
any
no.
further into this discussion, we got to start plugging the bar crawl thing.
Yes.
You know about this?
No,
Oh, let's tell.
I do love a
Yeah,
bar
no,
crawl.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Let's tell Jimmy about it.
Jimmy, what are you doing December 8th at 5:30 p.m.?
5 p.m.
I'll answer that question for
5:30 p.m.
you.
You're right. No,
You're going on
You guys are better than me.
the Cleveland Funnybus Holiday Bar Crawl with Cleveland America.
Oh yeah.
You
But-
have
yes. You can buy. You got to buy the tickets though.
Yes.
So buy a ticket.
And
Not only did you come on this podcast,
I don't get free tickets.
you don't get free tickets.
Can't give away free tickets anymore. You're not on the radio. No more free tickets.
You got a
What
trophy.
caller
dude.
you
What do you
are.
want here? You got a trophy.
Yeah.
But you also
Yeah, you do
have
get the
to-
trophy. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to dress up.
Got to dress up.
As
Whatever you want.
Just a holiday thing. Yeah, it's
Can
got
I wear an ugly Christmas sweater?
That's
Sure can.
absolutely okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in.
I'm gonna dress as Santa. Tommy,
Make a good
you know
Santa.
yet?
No, I have a couple Christmas things.
Okay,
I
you have a
can-
Christmas
yeah.
thing.
Am I supposed to be Yukon Cornelius?
I did love that idea.
Oh fuck,
I'll
dude.
figure it out.
I might make a better Yukon Cornelius. Than...
Yeah, you dude.
If you
Okay.
do Yukon Cornelius, you should be the Abominable Snowman.
Okay.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be
I can do that. I can do that.
I'm
yeah.
sure you can find a onesie.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to mail it in, but yeah. that'll work.
So what bars are you? Or
I'm glad you asked.
Let's go with this.
One of them is Old 86, where we record every week.
Yep.
are you gonna be on the funny bus and it just
Yeah.
takes you from
Yep.
bar to bar?
You hop on the bus. We stop at, I believe, around the corner, Lakewood, Prosperity in Tremont. And, it's the usual thing, but it's in the funny bus, and it's a great time, and the spirits will be high, and
You're allowed to
Yes,
drink
everyone will
on
be
the
drunk.
bus.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of time in between bars.
Yeah. Have you been on it before?
Once.
Me too. It was just all drunk ladies.
I did.
I loved it.
It was me, the owner. I did a dry run when Brian was
okay.
on it.
Yeah.
It was like me, him, and I think Lexi at the
Okay.
time. It was fun. I
All
was
right.
trash.
Yeah. Dude, I love the funny butt. When she does that, it means she burps.
So shut the fuck up.
So let me go.
You're a good burper.
Thank you. I know. Somebody on OnlyFans wants a burp compilation. And he
Oh.
confirmed it can be old and new.
Oh,
You're like, I could do that.
All right. So
Like
here's
non-nude.
Not. He
Just
didn't ask.
burping?
Or, yeah. He.
All right, so here's the
probably guy
schedule.
on YouTube.
Here's the schedule. We are going to leave Collision Bend at 5:30 and go to the Christmas. We're going to go around the corner to the Christmas bar.
which is kind of like the iconic
Yeah, Christmas bar.
go-to Christmas bar in Cleveland.
And then on the way back from Lakewood, we're going to stop here at Old 86.
Important to know.
Yes.
Cleveland's premier Christmas bar, 12 months a year. Oh,
For sure. And then we're going to go to the Christmas Story house and take a picture.
Oh,
At this point,
mugged.
At this point, we'll just be me and Jimmy tackling each other in the front yard in the Christmas Story house.
And then we're going to go to Flatiron. And then back to Collision Bend.
I didn't get this right at all. But yes.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would just iron this out with the.
I thought for some reason Prosperity was involved, but
no.
As long as Old 86 is involved.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the tour guide on the Funnybus?
Cerebopio.
nice.
The great Cerebopio. Why I said that like Dracula, I don't know.
I love her.
But it's going to be, go on Amazon right now, type in ugly holiday sweater or
Go to a thrift store.
ugly Christmas bikini.
Yeah.
You'll have it within days and you'll be good to go.
If a girl shows up doing the reindeer boob nose thing, I'll be very happy.
Wink,
Shots.
wink.
Yeah.
What's the reindeer boob?
So you get like a sweater, and then it's got like a reindeer on it, but then like the reindeer's face is basically
Like
a tit with and then you put a
red
nose on the nipple.
Honestly, if any girls show up, I will be happy. Wear whatever you want. Like, if your tits are showing, icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that to get tickets, funnybus.net, go to Cleveland, pick the date, and then you gotta use the code. There's a password for it, so they know that you're there for us, and that is pants, all one word.
PANTS.
PANTS.
Not. I know it's a popularly misspelled word, but
Yeah.
I hope it's full. I hope it's a good one.
it'll be full of joy.
We'll get it full. We'll get it full. You guys are gonna come through.
I mean,
right?
we're already.
You gonna come through with us?
We already sold a slew of tickets for this thing.
December, is that Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Drinking on a Sunday.
The Lord's Day.
And it's like early enough that like if you have work the next day, you can get drunk enough that you'll have time to call off.
I was going to take it over, but
That's the attitude. I love
Just
that.
take that Monday off. A Monday off, I think, is a better day off than a Friday off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Because you already made it through the week. Like, you can get through a Friday. But like, getting up on a Monday.
Getting up on a Monday is brutal. But going in on Tuesday and being like, oh, I think I have 4 days left.
We're halfway there.
So bad.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
I guess it's still the same.
Friday's just a great day to show up to work already drunk and preparation weekend.
I would hate it.
Yeah, Friday's a great just being high in the office, being drunk on the job, because it's like you made it. It's the weekend. Like Friday, to me, is a weekend day. The fact that you're good enough to show up to work is like your bosses should be thankful, really.
All right. So one thing I wanted to talk about with Jimmy here. This is a drunken conversation.
Don't mind me while I slip off frame for a minute.
Okay. We talked about a certain idea.
You got to fight?
Of
I don't like the look of this guy walking by right now.
There's a if things get real bad for me, I would sell my condo and I would move in with Jimmy because you have a very inexpensive place to live. And how much would we be paying in rent each?
My rent's $660.
Oh my God!
I also have a roommate.
Yeah, so we could do it 3 ways. Is there enough rooms? What do we have to do? Bunk beds?
We can do bunk beds.
We can do bunk beds.
I want to do bunk beds.
Hey, for $660 divided by 3, $220 a piece.
And my landlord does not give a shit what you do at the house. I've lived there for going on 5 years. I've talked to him twice.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he has like the cognitive ability of like Joe Biden right now.
So
he has no idea who I am, where I live. He'll text me sometimes and I'll be like, yeah, that's your other house, dude. I'm at this address. And he's like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Where do you live?
West Park, Camp's Corner. I was gonna say my whole address.
I was like, don't do that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna live there someday.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind. Did I ever tell you about the hobo bed I found in my basement?
No.
Tell us about the hobo bed.
Well, hold on. I have a picture, but I gotta find it.
Picture, we have to post it on the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
With your consent.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't use consent.
That's how I'm going to respond next time some man is trying.
Make sure that's recording. Just
I
I know it is, but I just
okay.
Yeah.
So How am I have a
It's
very
red, right?
Wait, what?
It's red.
Yeah.
Okay, close that. Spooky. Okay.
So, in some context, I have kind of like a spooky, scary basement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, I live in a duplex, and when I moved in, the consensus was I moved in after my buddy moved in with his not wife, and his sister lives upstairs. I've known him for years, so they never locked that back door on like the duplex. Like, you know, when you walk into a duplex,
Yeah, it's
they got
like
that
the-
little step that goes to the basement, and then there's
then
the
you go
upstairs door and downstairs.
Yeah.
We were just locked those doors to the apartment.
Yeah.
So back doors never locked. Never had a problem. They never had a problem. That was the rule when I moved in. And we have like a weird basement where it's just shit from people that like live there
Yeah.
from past years.
Yeah.
So I only go in the basement to do laundry.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a corner where I really just don't go in.
Yeah.
Until one day I had to go back there and I was looking for something. And then I found this.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I was like, that's a drifter bed.
Yeah.
That's a drifter bed. And then that blanket, I was talking to my
Send that
upstairs.
to me, please.
Yes.
Right here.
That's a very cursed image.
I was talking to my
hate
my
it.
upstairs roommate, and I was like, "Yeah, I found this in the basement." She was like, "I was looking for that blanket. I had it hanging up because it was too big to put in the dryer." So she hung it up, and then she came down the stairs to get it. She's like, "I don't see it. I must have moved it or something." And I was like,
This is what we
he was in like a corner of the room where it's like if you weren't going back there, it was like behind this desk in the
How long
furnace.
he was.
I'm gonna vomit.
It could have been anywhere from like days to months. Like I literally have no idea.
You're all just scared of that corner. You're like, we're not gonna go over there, and somebody's just been living there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He didn't kick the door in and murder me, so.
I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, he just had a place to sleep, and he wanted a nice pussy blanket.
I just wish
No.
he asked.
Have you not heard any of the other hobo stories I've had at my house?
Well, let's hold on. I want to tell my hobo story.
You know, the twinkle in Jimmy's eye when you just asked that was unbelievable.
So my first apartment was in Tremont, and it was like a little efficiency apartment, and there was a homeless man that would keep his stuff under the tree in our backyard and occasionally sleep out there. And my neighbor would keep throwing his stuff in the garbage,
Fuck that.
and then
Sorry, but
that hobo guy broke into the neighbor's house, and yeah, that's what you get. Like, the hobo guy was cool with me because I didn't throw stuff in the garbage.
Homeless people are generally 99% of the time very reasonable. And
Right.
if you just were like, hey, man, can you not sleep in my backyard anymore? Like, here's a
You'd
little.
be like, oh, I haven't been.
Yeah. I don't know what you're referring to, sir. You know, give him a loaf of.
I'll pass on the message.
We're gonna find this guy. This guy sounds like no good.
There was another time I used to have this couch on my porch, and this guy came up and he was just sleeping on the couch, and I had to chase him away with a crowbar. Gotta get the fuck out of here. It might have been the guy living in my basement, but
It may have been what was the time frame difference between basement and porch?
when I noticed the hobo bed, and then probably like 2 months later.
Oh yeah, same bed.
Do you think
It's like a dog. He just keeps coming back. He knows where home is.
one day you're gonna
He'll say
die, and then you're gonna be at the pearly gates, and then it's gonna be that guy that you chase off with the crowbar, and be like,
Oh, and he was Jesus the whole time.
the whole time,
And I should have gave him shelter.
and you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That would be my luck.
He'd be like,
Man.
well, you lose.
Yeah, but then I'd go to hell, and that'd be pretty cool because they'd be like, "That's the guy that threatened Jesus with a crowbar."
What if
That's
you?
That
badass.
is hard. That is pretty.
That's pretty
hard.
badass.
Yeah.
But that is a mysterious ass way for the Lord to work, for sure.
There's a Christmas movie with Jack Black coming out where he plays Satan. It's called Dear Santa, but the kid is dyslexic and he writes Dear Satan, and then summons Jack Black, and people are very upset about it already.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're like,
yeah.
they're glorifying Satan. I'm like, no.
We're still pretending
We're
to be
employing Jack
outraged.
Black.
Yeah.
Right? We're having a good time.
Well,
So many words in the movie.
Yeah.
It's
Now
like,
that Trump's president, people satanic panic is going to be big.
Oh,
big
dude.
stuff.
Dude, there's like just the I just can't, like, we were like had to be like pretty cool as a society, and then conservatives like really figured out how to use the internet, and now there's so much propaganda for God and blah blah, like, and it's just crazy how now there's more conservative like church going young men than there are women. Like that's the first time ever.
Is it really? Is that like
that's like a thing in like America?
Wait, I would kind of think that was always the case that more men than women went to church.
No,
like little old ladies
Yeah.
go to church.
Yeah, little old ladies go to church, and like it was like women would go more because like it was a spiritual. But now since the spirituality shift for women has gone to
crystals
and astrology and shit,
And Herbalife.
It's moved away from classic fantasy, and and so like now it's so now it's these conservative males that want to like have a kept wife. They want the trad wife. They want that shit.
Dude, the priests are probably so stoked. It's just like a bunch of conservative young teenage boys. It's all just a bunch of teenage boys hanging out.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Bunch of
This is what church should be like.
Under Armour and missionary, man. Just a lot of Under Armour and
I
missionary
didn't
going
go
on.
to church yesterday, and I forgot how fucking boring it was.
You went to church?
It was my nephew's baptism, and I was like, oh, those always sucked because it was extra church. It was like the mass, and then you have to do another like 45 minutes with the whole fucking dunking the little baby in the water.
They dunked a baby for 45 minutes?
Yeah.
And if the baby if the baby comes up and is alive, they're like, that's a devil baby.
Yeah.
Put him back under for another 45.
Yeah.
The only way you can survive that is if you have the help of Satan.
I don't look, I'm not bratty atheist guy, but dipping a child in some broth and then, dude, it's insanity.
It's the funniest shit ever too. Like there's videos of them like trying to do like cool baby baptism, and they're just like they like slide the baby through. Like
dude, it's always like there's no.
It's like when you finally get your Glock and you're just like
It's like there's some spikes.
Like when the priest he tries to do like a spin trick. I see those too. That was me.
The baby.
That was the only thing that kept me and my uncle paying attention. It was like,
you hear the
we want to see my nephew cry. It's pretty
Oh, we're fucking clipping the tip of kids' dicks off and dipping them in water and just give him an iPad, man, and get the fuck out of the way. Stop fooling them into this fucking bearded guy and this guy fucking nonsense.
All right. Well,
don't touch kids' dicks.
Yeah.
Stop touching children.
Jimmy, thanks for being on that.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to work with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna do way more work on this podcast than the podcast that I'm actually on.
Tell them what that podcast.
What's it called? The Bomb Hard podcast. I almost said with my good friends Brandon Petrie and John Brown. Very funny guys. I almost said I like to call it the Brown Petri dish too. Spirit of Vengeance, but it's called the Bomb Hard podcast.
You guys like record like 40 episodes before you put one out?
Yeah, we did like our year anniversary episode that I still think has not come out yet.
I love that.
We have so many backlogs. Podcasting's harder than it seems.
Yes.
I always feel like before we get out, I always feel like, you know how like boomers like, I wish they would have told us how important typing would have been in school. I wish they would have told us how important video editing would have been in the future.
They didn't know.
They didn't know, but they always tried to teach us that in high school, and it was like a bullshit.
Oh, really? We didn't even have that. Like when I was like, there's a video production class that was like only like it was one class and it was always packed, so like you had to have good grades to get into it, so I could never be in it. And it was literally back when you like had to do like a dual deck like VHS tape to like edit back and forth. It was
Well, Jimmy, if you really apply yourself here and you really put up good numbers, I think this could lead to some really big things for you, Dom.
Hopefully I can put this on my resume as like an internship.
It's a big opportunity.
Oh, you probably need another internship.
If you guys keep watching this like you did last week's episode, not just for like the tea on how I lost my job, you guys actually do support me and my friends, then maybe this podcast will blow up and we'll all get rich.
It should.
Sell these boner pills.
What do we need? Yeah, dude,
I can be the Jamie, but you're Joe Rogan.
Is that who does that?
Isn't that what he's called?
I don't know.
Yeah, Jamie's the producer.
We're also Alpha Brain and
on it supplements.
Hang out with Secretary of State Elon Musk.
Yeah,
the great Elon Musk.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming to Cleveland, America.
Not a serious place.
And get those tickets for the Funnybus.
Funnybus.net.
Pants!